All right, well, we should be live. People should be able to see us and hear us. If that is not the case, let us know. We are back with another BX Dungeons and Dragons game. We are in the Hollow World. The wonderful, pleasant, just great place to be. Like Sesame Street. It's just awesome. But let's see, who's on the roster tonight? Let's start at the bottom this time. Jeff, who are you playing? What level are they?
Hello, I'm playing Darby of Stonehill. Is a 7th level dwarf. So, eager to discover the Hollow World.
And you didn't even have to dig all the way down to find it.
No,
Bill!
just
Hey, I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He's a 7th level magic user. A sorcerer, if you will.
Very nice. And Richard.
Hello, I am Richard, and I am playing Fig Jam, the best level 6 magic user we have in the party, which is saying something about this party at least.
It's true. It's true. Jameis.
I'm playing Galen Rayhorn, a Kaleri Elf Priest who's currently level 6. And also, I'll just fire this off. Ta-da!
Oh,
Look at that.
subscribed.
Woohoo. Thanks. I do appreciate it. I am just continually reminded that I am so late getting out that zine, which I paid for art. I have not received the art. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm having to find some workarounds. Dion.
Hi, I'm Dion, playing as a C, the level 6 thief. Yeah.
Very good. And I'd like to just take a moment here, guys, if you've got a beverage handy. If not, let's raise one to Jazz. Jazz, the player and the character, will not be with us for a bit. He may return. He's unfortunately in one of the countries that's having a large amount of strife going on right now. So we wish him well. We wish him safety and quick returns.
Definitely.
All right. So for the rest of the party, geez, guys. Who would thought a little swim would lead to so much? So in the Hollow World, you guys. Well, what happened? What was memorable for you guys from last session? And Brendan and raiding party, hello, welcome to some BX Dungeons and Dragons. We're in the Hollow World this session. Mistara is the setting. So, guys, yeah, what happened? What happened last time?
We encountered a door, which wasn't a door. It was a tunnel, but it stopped us for like most of the adventure. As we took, I don't know, an hour and a half to go down the tunnel. All of us.
This is a tough door.
This party
One
has
weakness.
doors are the bane of this party.
Yeah,
It takes hours to open doors. Hours.
No, it's not the problem. It's not opening the door, it's just going through the door.
This is very true. But yeah, so you guys went through this very deep well cavern, and you end up here in the Hollow World after taking a dive through some very odd gravity changes. Came out in an abandoned, who knows, a crypt, a structure of some kind. You're able to get out into a jungle where you see floating land masses surrounding a sun central to the place. And we're quickly attacked by natives, something. Large amounts.
So we weren't in danger.
Yes. Something spoke to you in your head while slaying all the people that were coming after you, telling you that there is great danger to both this world and your own. Being very cryptic about it. So we'll pick up there. You guys are, you don't even know if there is a night time per se, as that sun that's sitting out there in the middle of everything. Again, is just kind of a central point with everything revolving around it. So you don't really know if there's a night-day cycle.
I've been around for a while. I did some scouting and I know the kitty cat.
Yeah, yeah. Some jungle cats. You also found that once you got into the jungle proper, that there are trails that go through this massive jungle. They're just not very easy to see from high above, as the canopy just overgrows everything.
Once we rested up, we'd made the decision. We hadn't got to that point yet of actually doing it, but we made the decision to go in the direction that the tribes that attacked us weren't from.
Yep. There's one
So
direction.
that's the direction we're going.
Okay. Sounds good. Who's in the front? Who's in the rear? The trail it's about maybe 5 feet wide or so. So 2 people side by side. It's not great, but you could do it.
I'll take the rear to watch our backs.
I'll be in front then.
Okay.
Is there a way I can like cover our tracks?
How
As we go.
would you like to do that? The trail that you're on looks like it's a game trail, so it's mostly grass that's been matted down by animals. You assume going to a water source or something. You know.
I just want to, let's see, I have something in my inventory that can help with this. I'm gonna use my wooden pole, and as we go, if I notice any like visible footprint marks, I'm just gonna like scuff them a little.
Right. Tell you what,
you
just
know,
make me a wisdom
distress
check.
the rest them.
Yeah, just make me a
Okay.
wisdom check.
This is when I fail miserably.
Success.
Oh, thank God.
So you're prepared to do this. You're going to kind of clean up your back trail, but you notice that you guys really aren't leaving much of a trail. The grass kind of springs back up after your footprints go over it. It's fairly solid soil beneath you, so there's not a lot left, and the grass is several inches tall. So you don't really see much. It's like, as long as you're careful not to snag anything on the brambles to the sides of the trail, you don't think you're going to leave much of a trail.
Perfect. All right. There goes my anxiety out the window.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You found a window?
So there's enough breaks in the canopy that the sun, that odd sun out there, does kind of break through and light things pretty well. And again, Galen in front, you can tell this is a game trail by like the marks on trees and such nearby. You figure it's something probably like boars that have been going through here, because they've rutted up against the wood. There's some marks on trees, maybe 3 feet off the ground or so. Would make sense to you. Okay, you head off. Travel for some time. Let's see here. This is
I
daylight.
want to keep an eye out for birds and the like, to see if there are similar ones from our top Earth or whatever planet we're calling this.
Make me an intelligence check.
Just remember those watching from me. 300 bits. You can make sure we have an exciting time.
All right, so there are a lot of birds, small mammals in the ground and such. The birds are brightly colored. They have they don't so much sing as caw. Large variety of them, none of which you've seen before. Very brightly colored, lots of reds and blues and greens. The mammals look kind of shrew-like, maybe perhaps slightly rat-like. Again, you've never seen anything exactly like it, but fairly typical of what you've seen in this kind of environment.
I can make a wild stab in the dark, but this is actually on the same planet. We didn't pass through some portal, even though this is, called the Hollow Earth. There's no necessary thing that it is on the same planet.
Is it called Hollow Earth or Hollow World? Because
it's called
we don't
neither
actually
to
know
you.
On Earth, but
Yeah. Oh, well, no, she did refer to it as something when the lady eyed us. What did she call it?
She probably would have used the word Hollow World.
Okay.
Right. So there's nothing.
Because, as you've said, we don't know what Earth is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fairly high intelligence check for you, Fig Jam, and you are kind of a nature guy. I would think I would chalk this up mostly that you've probably never been in a jungle before.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah,
Forest,
it's
etc.
it's hard to make the leap that you're not on the same planet or same region. You just haven't been in this kind of environment before.
Fair enough. There
Yeah.
we go then.
Okay. A couple hours go by. It's oppressively hot. Anyone wearing metal armor is just stewing inside your armor as you're sweating. You're having to break a trail slightly, as this again game trail for creatures that are not as tall as you. But it's not that bad. It's not terrible as you're getting your way through. Again, the canopy above you is pretty much all encompassing. So at any point, are you going to try and is anyone going to climb a tree and see if you can get your bearings? 'Cause you really can't see much around you other than the trail itself.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna climb a tree. I can use climb surfaces for that, right?
You don't need to. There's plenty of handholds.
Oh, okay.
Climb surfaces is generally
Okay.
when you're trying to climb something difficult.
Like
All
a
right.
tree.
So yeah, I'm gonna look around up there and see if I can see any major landmarks or like
Okay.
anything like that.
So you climb the tree. It's pretty easy to do. You shimmy up it. Roll a d6.
Oh no. All right, where? Oh, I was like, what did I do? I didn't hit the 6 yet. All right, there we go. 2.
Okay. All right. Well, you're not surprised. You are able to see before you go too much further ahead that there is a very large snake curled up in the canopy above you. This thing is like several inches wide and just it's so long. You can't even see all of its body. A lot of it is curled up above it.
Oh no. Okay.
You woke him up.
Is he looking at us?
Well, right now, only a sea can see it. The rest of
Okay.
you, it's kind of up in the tree canopy.
Yeah. How high up am I right now?
I'm gonna say you're like 10 feet above the ground.
All right. Can I just slide down the tree?
You certainly can. You certainly
I'm
can.
just gonna go right back down. Just fireman slide.
Okay. It doesn't hiss
Just
or
be like-
anything. It just its head kind of looks at you and it starts to dip itself down a little bit. But since you're just kind of sliding, using it as a brake, you're moving very quickly. It just decides you're not worth it. It stays up there.
I'm just gonna be like, there's snakes up there, big ones, really, really big ones.
Hmm.
That was a bad idea.
Did you? I don't suppose you found out whether it was venomous or constricting, did you?
I don't know what either of those mean, but I
Well,
don't like
All
either
snakes are
option.
venomous.
Snakes are slow. Maybe if we run.
Let us run blindly forwards in this jungle environment. That sounds great.
I mean, he didn't follow me. I mean, he's just chilling up there. I guess they live up in the trees here. What kind of place has snakes in trees?
This place.
I thought they lived in the grass.
What?
You're just telling me I could be walking through the woods and a snake's gonna just
Snakes don't always live on
Hello,
the same
how you
sort of
doing?
level as you. There could be snakes on a different plane.
Drop
not where I'm
snakes.
from.
Drop snakes. They're the worst. As are snakes on a plane.
I wasn't going to dignify that with an acknowledgement.
Does the snake follow Asi?
No,
No. Oh.
it did not look too interested.
All right.
Yeah. The other thing you noticed while you were up there before the snake got all your attention is there were some what looked like fruits high up in the tree.
There was fruit up there too, though. I mean, now that I think about it, all right, I'm gonna attach a rope to an arrow.
Okay.
that's not in my magic quiver. I have a separate quiver now too.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to try and shoot a fruit.
Okay.
The
I'm not going to have you
tree.
roll for that. Sure. You're able to pull some of the fruit down.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyone want to try it first?
Sure, why not? I'm used to eating things from outdoors.
The fruit seems to have a skin on it. It's bright yellow, kind of oblong.
Well, I do my best to try and peel this miracle of nature or whatever it is. Unnatural thing. And then try
No,
eating
it fits exactly in the hand. It obviously is designed for people.
I mean, in this world, it could be.
Yeah, it's the fruit's firm. It's not very juicy, but it's sweet. It tastes all right.
Doesn't send me to a different
No,
way
you do
of
not immediately begin
seeing
to
or anything.
hallucinate. No.
I
Keyword
mean, I guess it's okay.
immediately.
Nutritious, but not great. Well,
Hmm.
it's tasty.
I think your
Alright,
potassium
cool.
levels are rising.
Well, at least we know we can eat these if we need to.
Cool. I mean,
Well, you didn't see any sort of break in the trees or anything when you're up there that we can head towards?
You didn't really have a
No,
chance.
it was a big canopy. I couldn't even really see past it. It was so thick.
We'll continue for
Oh,
a
no.
bit to get
he
away.
climbed the trees and now he's coughing. Just like when we were in God's place. No!
Oh no, not again.
Let's try to avoid the snake. We'll continue on for a bit and try again then, just to see if we can get it. If you can pretend, if maybe you'll be able to find a tree that does have a snake in it.
All right. Well, you continue on. Since you're in the lead, Galen, why don't you make me a dex check?
50-50.
Okay.
Good.
So
Alright.
you swing your weapon to clear the air in front of you, and you're about to take the next step. And you catch yourself in time as you notice that your next step would be a very large fall. The trail ends in a cliffside, and you look down below you, and
I think
you
it's going to be
see,
easy to spot.
yeah, you see a rather large city, many feet down, and there is kind of a river that runs alongside of it. I will move you guys there.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
ooh, that's a big map.
Yeah, unfortunately, the drop is a couple 100 feet down.
Oh. I only have 50 feet of rope.
Now, there are a lot of vines and even small trees growing off alongside the
Hopefully
cliff.
they're all vines.
And the cliff itself is it's very like variated. So like there are little ledges and resting spots that you could use on the way down if you were
The
trying to
trail
get down.
led here. So this must be a regularly used path that people use. And they don't just like drop off. I look down. Is there a pile of bodies?
There's a pile of
This
lemmings
is-
at the very. There's like a
Aw,
200-foot tall
no.
pile of lemmings that.
Oh,
Looks like Disney has been forcing lemmings to have a bad reputation in this
Not
universe as well.
again.
Well, if you're taking a close look, thinking about that, some of the niches along the cliffside look like they have been like chiseled out, and some of the overhangs that you're seeing look like they might have caves a little tucked in a little further.
Does the cliff go all the way like around the city, or does it like curve down at some point?
Well, as far as you can see, it's just the jungle here just kind of abruptly ends like there was some seismic event that dropped a large portion of the land just straight down. So it's like you're standing at a rim where it goes to the left and right, just very far as like you can really see. It's just all the sheer cliff.
Okay. All right. Who's first?
Do we see people walking in the city?
Dwarf, sure. Yeah, you see far below. You can see some people walking around in the streets.
Yeah, it's anybody. There's people living there.
Can I scan along the cliffside, like down each way, and see if there's like a path that goes down the cliff so that we don't have to like rappel?
Um, Make me an intelligence check.
Oh no, I'm not smart.
Okay. As far as you can tell,
Hey, 8 out of 11.
there is no easy way down. Like it looks like people climb this cliff face. Like, there are small ledges. There's divots where your hands and feet would go that look like they've been carved out of the surface. Yeah, that's what it looks like to you.
All right, I pull out my grappling hook and my 50 feet of rope, and I have a whole set of iron spikes and I have a hammer. So I'm gonna just look around and be like, all right, where do you think's a good spot to hitch this hook on so that we can go down this cliff?
I think I will ask our intrepid locksmith, who obviously knows about climbing. I say, looking directly at you.
I was hoping someone would have a better idea than me. Okay, is there like a tree nearby?
Sure, of course.
We're
I
gonna
don't
we're
know.
gonna
Does the
do.
dwarf have any good idea about how to tackle this sort of stone?
Oh, stone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll look around if what would I think that there would be a tunnel or some stonework that would be
You just pull this lever and I'll let him.
Yeah, you really don't know because you don't know what the cultures are around here or what races are around. I mean, obviously, if there was a dwarf, there'd be a tunnel somewhere. But looking at it, this is a hard old stone. Like the shear that dropped the landmass below happened a long time ago. The rock is very strong. You really think they just climbed this thing?
Okay. So I think we will be able to go down.
I'm
Right.
certain we can go down. It's just what speed we go down that I'm worried about.
Just thinking
Oh.
back to the sort of the weird feeling we had when we were coming down, I just want to jump up and down a little bit just to see when I come back down, is it like I'm under normal gravity as far as
Oh, nice. Yeah. Everything acts as normal.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna wrap a little bit of the rope around the tree with the grappling hook it there in place, and then try and just throw it over the cliff a bit, and have my satchel with my spikes and hammer and at my side, ready to use. Just be like, alright, you want me to go first, or does anyone else want to go? No, no.
Climbing expert. Climb away, expert.
Got it. You got it. That's me.
I have
Alright.
rope too. I
Ooh,
can give you 50 feet.
yeah, here. That'd be great. I'll tie it at the end of that first rope and have 100 feet to start us off. Alright.
Good.
So I'm gonna start going down.
Okay. Make me
Yeah.
a D6 roll.
Oh no. This is when I get surprised. 5?
All right, so just about at the end of the 50-foot of rope that you have before you tie it off the new one, you're just able to reach a ledge that goes out a good 4 feet, and it looks like there's a cave opening attached to it that you could safely drop onto.
Is the cave opening like the entire ledge, or can I
It's
like?
pretty close to being like so. The ledge extends out about 4 feet, okay, and it's maybe 8 feet wide, and then the cave itself is going into the cliffside from the ledge.
Okay, but can I like land without being
Yes.
directly in front of the cave
Well,
opening?
no, actually, you can't. The cave is pretty much taking up the whole back area of the ledge.
All right. All right, and you said this is the end of the rope.
No, this is the end of the first 50 feet.
Oh. I'm gonna put a yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
You're just going to keep going, passing it by?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about it.
All right. Roll another
Sure, it's
d6.
fun.
We're gonna do that. Another 5.
Okay. Now make me a dex check.
Oh no. Okay. Bing bong.
Okay.
That's a fail.
Is anyone watching at the top? Like, so he sees this this ledge and he decides to bypass it and just keeps going on. As you're watching, somebody walks out of the cave and kind of looks down at him and sees this rope. Doesn't really look all the way up. The sun's kind of in his eyes. He kind of does this, but doesn't really see you guys, or at least he doesn't seem to notice you guys. He looks at the rope. He walks over to it, fingers it a little bit, pulls out a knife. He starts sawing at the rope.
Whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey!
All
I
right.
shout, hey, hey.
I'm
So,
gonna quickly.
This
hammer.
happens. This happens at the near almost the end of your extra 50 feet of rope.
God.
And as he's starting to saw this, you fail your dex roll.
Oh no.
So you guys see this, and you see him start sawing, and you look up, and so you say what? Let's see,
I'm gonna be like, hey! What are you doing? Hey!
what language?
I'm gonna say. Honestly, I speak a whole bunch of them, don't I?
Yeah.
I speak. I'm gonna say like "hey" in like multiple languages. So
Just
common,
so you're literally
Trollodarian,
saying hey,
and
hey, hey, hey,
Elven.
but in a whole bunch of different languages.
yeah, common, Trollodarian, and Elven. I'm just gonna like start rattling off like, "Hey, wait, you know."
All right, you guys up top doing anything? So this is like an old man. His skin is like just sun bronzed. He's wearing kind of a leathered skirt. He's bare torsoed. He's got what looks like some kind of yellowish, maybe bronze or brass armlets on, and a lot of jewelry and piercings in his ears and some around his neck.
Yeah, I shout, stop, stop.
What language?
Well, in common and in dwarven, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. Gnomish, Cabal, Goblish.
Okay. Anyone else?
I was watching down the path to make sure nothing was coming up.
Okay. All right, good enough then. If everyone's just shouting, he finishes cutting the rope, and take 3 points of damage as you fall just a few feet actually before you hit another one of these little ledges. This one's short though; it's like only a couple of feet out. You just barely hit it as the rope is cut.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
All right.
what do we do? Do we go down to help him?
And so
Okay.
the old guy kind of looks down at you, and he waves.
I kind of look up at him and I do one of these, like, well, why'd you cut the rope?
There seems to be a language barrier. He wanders back into the cave.
Is there enough rope for us to go down?
Yeah, there's like 50 feet still up.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes to his legs, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So.
you start going down.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a bit, so Darby, you start on your way down. After a bit, the old guy comes out carrying a very flexible ladder that seems to be made of vines and some very flexible bits of tree or wood, and he starts to feed it down over the edge of the cliff so that it lands, just right where you are, and he's kind of motioning you to climb it.
I do.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, so you get about halfway up. Darby, roll a d6.
Oh,
Hmm.
You get about halfway up the ladder, and then he just pushes the ladder.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man.
Oh no.
Maybe a dex check.
A dex check. You got it.
it's really chaotic.
I succeed. High success.
All right, so 8. All right, you fall for a little bit before you're able to stick your hands out and you grab to whatever you can. You end up grabbing a piece of some vine that's growing out of the side. And you hang on. You still take 4 points of damage from falling and just that sudden jarring stop as you grab it.
Okay.
The old man just looks down. He shakes his head. He shrugs. He heads back into the cave. Darby, about this time, you make your landing on the same platform the old guy was on.
Okay. Do I see him?
Well, you look back into the cave. Yeah, there is a small, some fire going back there. So you can see he seems to be rooting around, and he starts walking back out. He's kind of humming some kind of tune, and he's got like maybe a 3-foot long hollow tube that he's loading a dart into and packing it. He's just humming as he's coming forward.
Okay, so I guess I'll try to push him back in the cave.
Okay, so
I,
all right, so I tell you what, make me an initiative check.
Yeah.
Yeah, just D6.
I rolled a 1.
All right. Well,
He's fast.
yeah, he goes first, so he blows the dart at you.
Okay. I have it.
What's your armor class?
It's 1. Yeah, it's 1
Oh,
with my
well,
shield.
yeah, yeah. The dart, I'm gonna say, just sticks into your shield. You bring your shield up, and the dart sticks in it. And he just kind of gives a heavy sigh, and he, just little like arthritic fingers, and his just very skinny hand goes down, and he pulls out this black stone knife, and he kind of waves it in your general direction. All right, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, I don't want to kill him, but he's dangerous.
In wily. Meanwhile, see, you are dangling by some vines on the cliffside. You're looking down below you like another 100-foot drop.
I'll try to only punch him to. Well, I don't want to kill him.
Yeah,
but
you can say you're trying to subdue. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, make a to-hit roll. Okay, you pop him in the face. He looks highly offended at you as he drops to the ground and rubs his face. And he continues to kind of savage you with his dagger. He's just kind of waving it at you at this point. He's slowly just backing away. So what do the rest of you guys want to do? Let's start with a C, who's like precariously hanging on to this branch, 100-foot drop below you.
Is there like a way I can climb a little bit further down? Can I just keep going?
You
from
can just
here, you
continue to
think?
climb down. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep climbing down. Fuck that old man.
All right, so this will take a while. Roll me a d6.
All right. Boop. That's
Okay.
a 5.
All right. You continue to climb down, grabbing what handholds you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's not getting up after you knocked him down, Darby. He's still kind of waving the stone knife around in front of you, saying something in a language you can't quite understand. Like a word or two there. Do you speak Trollodern?
Well, I speak common.
No.
I
Okay,
don't-
so there's like a word or two in there that you kind of get, but not enough to even get a hint of what he's talking about.
Okay. And is the place, do I see, is it only a cave or there's openings?
It's just a cave. There must be a hole in the ceiling somewhere because it's not smoky from the fire that's back there. And he's gotten like little shelves that have been put up with just vines and bits of wood. It just looks like it's his home.
Okay. Oh. Well.
So what do you do?
Well, I'll wave my friends to get down.
I'll go down next.
Okay, Bill. Because you are Radnar the Large, I am going to have to ask you to roll.
I understand.
So can I
Actually, you're strong though, right? No, you've got a strength
Yeah.
bonus. No,
I've
you're
got a
fine.
16 strength, yeah.
You're fine. There's plenty of handholds. You have a rope. You can get down there just fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you see this old man too. He's just gibbering and waving this knife around. What languages do you speak?
Common.
Someone speaks Trolladaran in that party.
I think I have a little bit of Trollodarian.
I do too.
Okay.
He didn't seem to react when I spoke it though.
Yep. If you speak Trolladaran, like you catch a few words that are similar, like you can make out, but again, you can't understand enough of the words to get the gist of what he's saying. He's saying something about defiler or someone who breaks things, something like that.
Wow. We could ask him to write it down, and with Azi's thief ability to read
Right.
languages.
See, you're continuing down. Give me another D6 roll.
Alrighty.
Give the momentary to step away for a second.
Big money. 3.
Okay. Yeah, you continue to find good handholds and continue on down. Is anyone else going
Hell
down?
yeah.
So we've got Radnar's down there, Darby's down there. I don't think anyone else said they were going down.
I mean, eventually we're all going to go down there, so I might as well go next.
Mhm.
All right, Big Jam. Do you have either a strength or a dex bonus?
I must have a dex bonus. Yeah, I think I've got a dex bonus there.
You're fine. Yeah, it's easy
Yeah, I've got a
enough.
+1 to initiative and stuff, so yeah, that's a dex bonus.
Okay, you drop down as
I
well.
look at this cave dwelling version of myself and
Yeah.
Balance, but well, I have only got common defined as a language, so I go through a bunch of languages anyway.
Mhm.
I don't have defined. See if they understand any of them.
Well, other than common, you would have your cultural language, which if you came from the area, would be Trolladaran. If you were one of the conquerors that came in, it would be Thyatian.
No, I am definitely of the area.
Okay, so you know a little Trolladaran as well. Well,
we
you
all got
know
the same sort of
Trolladaran,
stuff,
right?
yeah.
Is there any odd language you want to throw in there that you might know? If you have a high intelligence, you probably know both Trolladaran and Thyatian because that's the two predominant languages. So you get those two.
I mean, I pretty much keep to myself, so I'm surprised they even know that language.
So you might know some demi-human languages then too. You might know some Goblin or
Words,
Orc.
yeah.
All right, you try what you can. Again, he doesn't seem to recognize anything. He seems to be more concerned that more of you are coming down now, so he's kind of scooting himself back further into the cave while he was waving his knife. He still hasn't stood up yet.
Get out my stabbing stick and I wave it vaguely in his direction. As he's waving it in our direction. Don't worry, I got this one. You all go try and go down safely. No, you punched him in the face.
All right. C, another D6 roll.
Right. That is gonna be a 2.
Okay. You make it to the ground. You're fine.
Yes.
You're the city. You're like on the outskirts of the city. Looks like it's either an older part of the city, or it has recently or has suffered some damage and maybe a war, maybe something. But there's a lot of crumbled wall. A lot of the buildings here, which seem to be primarily made of clay or stone, are crumbled. There's really no one around this area. It looks like it's been abandoned. So you're coming down on the map here at the far end of the map here. So you're down safely, and you don't see any immediate threat around you.
Okay. You said I'm sorry, where? At the bottom?
Yeah, you're about here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, over there.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna just hang out and like kinda hide somewhere until my party comes down.
Oh, you want to hide?
Just keeping
All right.
an eye on the area.
Give me a hide roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide. I don't want anyone to
You're
see
made
me
of
here.
hide. Give me some hide.
I'm a hide. I'm a hide so good. You never seen someone hide this good. That's gonna be
You think
boom,
you're
shaka,
hidden.
failure.
You think you're hidden.
I'm so good at hiding.
So good. So good. All right. Again, the rest of you guys, he's backtracking into his cave, still just on his, he's still prone, mostly backing up. He's still just constant string of gibberish as far as you know. Again, that phrase coming up about, you're not sure if it translates quite as defiler or, again, like someone who breaks things. It's difficult. You really don't know what he's saying.
Tomb Raider, right.
Yeah.
Can I look at the walls to see if there is any hallway or passage?
It looks like it goes back several feet, and other than him chipping out some alcoves to put stuff in, it doesn't look like there's anything further back at all.
Okay. I was hoping
You can actually
there would be stairs.
roll a d6 for me, actually.
Okay. D6, yeah.
Yeah. No, you think that this was originally just a crack in the side of the cliff that this man or someone else just chipped away at until there was a nice cave back here. You don't think there's an extensive tunnel complex.
And do I think that with the ladder that he showed us earlier that we could go to the ground?
No, but you probably, looking down, you probably could go from landing to landing. Like that ladder was probably enough that you can go from one, niche to another, but it's not there anymore. He pushed it off the side of the cliff with a C.
He's not so wise.
You are seeing that there are several large clay urns where there's coiled rope that has large knots in it every 4 feet or so.
Before I come down, because I haven't come down yet and I'm going to have to roll, I just wanted to click some vines if they seem sturdy enough to use as rope, because I don't know what the rope situation will be like at that point. So I'm just.
How much of it are you trying to collect?
What sort of loops am I looking at? Like if I said 50 feet, am I going to be trying to get 100 different vines? Or
it's a matter of time more than anything else. You could collect 50 feet of vine. It's just a matter of time, how long it takes you to do it.
Well, what's one length of vine generally? Feetage? 2, 3?
Well, again, there's as much as you feel like collecting, because these vines will circle and climb a tree. I mean, if you wanted to start unraveling some of these long ones, you can probably get 50 or more feet easily.
Okay, yeah, I'll do another long. Get some longer ones.
Okay, just going to spend some time hacking down a vine then.
Yep.
Okay, good enough.
Yep.
Roll me percentage, high or low. And say high or low. Yeah.
High. I was so much. What is
Dead
50?
center. Yep, dead center. Okay. The first thing that comes to mind as you start unraveling this long piece of vine is like, hey, it's really sturdy, it's really flexible, it's green, it's alive. Ooh, that pattern of leaf on it. If I were back home, I would say this is poisonous, like poison oak, poison ivy. But you don't seem to be affected by it.
Huh. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, good enough. So yeah, again, the group harassing the old man. He's kind of made it back to the back end of the cave where you see there's a cot made up of which looks like stretched hides, and it's filled with grasses to make a mattress. There's niches back here that contain all kinds of interesting things. But the largest collection of anything he has in this room are eggs. There are lots of like brightly colored eggs just stacked up in clay urns, laying in like in the alcoves, just piled in here.
I wonder if they use eggs as money here.
Oh, maybe.
Well, that would be an interesting one. We'll have to smuggle in some chickens and become forgers or something. I mean, you said there was some rope here. I mean,
Yep.
there's at least our rope, which has been.
Yeah, but he also has.
No, there can't be our rope.
Well,
He's
you
dropped the rope.
yeah you've got your first 50 feet basically end right here, and he cut it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
Yeah.
bottom end is gone, but he has coiled rope in clay urns here that have
Yeah.
large knots every 4 feet or so.
So yeah, let's threaten him while taking some of that rope so that we can get down easier.
Yeah.
Away.
Is he protecting these urns or?
No.
No.
It looks more like he's just trying to. Well, you're not sure what he's going to do. He hasn't stood up. There's several of you guys down here now, and he's just he's saying something. He's threatening you with his stone knife.
Okay. I'll try something. I'll pick 5 gold pieces, and I ask him to trade these gold pieces for an egg. I
Tell me how you
show
do
an
that.
egg.
How do you do that? Like physically, what do you do with the gold?
Okay, I'll put the gold in my hands, and I think, show it to him,
Okay.
and I wave towards the eggs.
Well, when you show this gold in your hands, his eyes get really wide, and he throws the dagger to his side, and he kind of starts bowing at you, and he just kind of supplicates himself. He just kind of sprawls out with his face down at your feet.
Oh no!
What do you do?
Meanwhile, see, there's something moving out here in these ruins.
no.
Occasionally, you can hear it scratching around some of the stone buildings, and you hear it making snuffling sounds, and it's getting closer.
Oh no. Can I climb this building I'm near?
Okay, roll a d6.
D6. Boop.
Yeah.
1.
So as soon as you like pop your head out to take hold of the side of the building and climb it, it attacks. That's
Oh,
the one's a
no.
surprise. All right.
I'm spooked.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Something. It's only a point of damage, so it has. You're not sure what it is. It smells awful. It smells like something that's been dead for a few days and is rotten. But it has 2 enormous clawed hands. One of them kind of rakes you, and you just kind of jump back, and just enough that a fingernail kind of scratches your skin. It's not much of a wound, but it burns like fire. Make me a save versus poison.
Oh no. Alright. Pow. Oh
Okay.
no.
features. It has no eyes. Like it's got a kind of an oblong, elongated skull. Its skin
I
is kind of
Don't
black.
know where they are, but we do have lots of rerolls from memory. I'm not saying you don't.
Yep.
If you're happy to take it, I'm not gonna.
Yep.
I'm
No,
just
you're
pointing out
good.
we do have.
Yeah, we have like 19 rerolls. I'm
It
gonna
should
hold
be.
out for now.
Yep.
Okay,
It
cool.
should be in the bits and stuff journal if anybody put it in there.
We
maybe
can't
not.
I
edit
looked,
it, or
couldn't
at
see it.
least
I
can
just
edit
keep
from it.
track on a sticky
Okay.
note on my desktop.
But it's got a long, elongated face. Where the eyes would be, it's just completely smooth. But it has a large, like pig-like snout. Its skin is
Oh.
kind of this grayish, moldering. Like there's like actual mold growing on its body. Its limbs are really long and thin, but its feet and its hands are like large and spatula-like. Like it's got a thin wrist, but then these large hands and feet on either side. It's crouched down and just springs by you, and again, its nose is in the air. It's trying to sniff you out.
I'm glad I brought my brown pants today.
Looks like somebody threw in 200 bits.
Yep.
That's
We're at
healing.
23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I'm good for now.
okay. Well, if you want to bank that, that's fine. But that's also healing for everybody if anyone wants it.
Do we need healing?
I
Or...
think you're the only person who's lost any hit points right now.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Cool.
All right. So he's like right up on me in melee, right?
So we're into
Alright.
combat now. So just roll a d6 for yourself.
Okay.
Add your dex bonus if you've got one.
Yeah, I think I do. Hold on. It's it's a 6 plus 1, so 7.
You actually have a 7. It has a 6. It goes fast too. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm not good in face-to-face combat, but Alright, we're just gonna go at it with Arena's rapier. I got my shield and my rapier, and here we go, sword and board.
Go for it.
Yep.
Okay. You hit it.
Okay.
You're using a rapier, so it's more like you puncture it. The flesh gives like rubber, but it does slide in, and it's almost like that feeling of like just plunging into Jello almost. But it does seem to affect it. It backs away, and there's this splash of kind of purplish ichor that just starts coming out of it. It smells horrible.
Oh.
You failed that save versus poison. You feel like your joints hurt, like your hands, your fingers, elbows, knees, all your joints are starting to swell, and you're starting to lose some mobility.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, let's actually let him have his attack now. That's not enough to finish it off, so it will attack you as well. This time it's going for a bite. What's your armor class?
It's a 5.
All right, that hits. Okay, 2 points of damage. Its jaws, its mouth kind of latches onto you, just takes a bite of your flesh and tears it off. Yep. That actually seems to distract it for a bit as it backs off with that bit of your flesh in its mouth and just starts chewing on it. And it looks like it's just going to town on that little bit of you that it is now feasting upon. So let's take a break in the action here and go up to what's happening upstairs.
Okay.
Assume we can hear the if nothing else.
Actually, you might not be able to. Actually, everybody roll a d6. Let me just see if you all can hear him down there. He's a fair distance away at this point. Darby actually hears. Fig Jam, nope. You hear
Too
nothing.
busy threatening old man.
Yes, you're too busy threatening the old man. Sure enough. Bill, you want to roll me a d6 there?
Yeah, aren't I a little farther down too?
No, you're still on the same ledge. You're just not into the cave. But no, you don't really hear or see doing anything. And Galen, I'm saying you're too far away to hear. You're still collecting your vines.
Okay, so I see.
Yeah, you hear a
Scream,
sea
yeah.
yell.
Okay.
It's probably scream. It's more like it.
Okay, so well, I'll look to see where he is.
What do you do with the
And,
gold that you had in your hand?
Yeah, I will throw a piece at the guy,
Okay.
and my intent is to pick the rope to
Sure.
go down.
You see Fig Jam's already got a pile of the rope as well.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I see he's in trouble.
Okay. There looks like there actually is. He's carved onto the side of the cliff. He's carved like a place where you can loop the rope around and have it secured. Looks like exactly what it was made for.
Okay.
All right. So you do that. Who's going down?
I'll go for sure.
Okay. Fine. You go down. Fig Jam, what are you doing? The guy still hasn't gotten up yet. He still has his face in the dirt. The gold coin's laying next to his head, which he's turned his head just enough to see it there.
I'm still threatening him with the knife at the moment.
Okay.
Because somebody's on a rope, and we know what happened last time there was one going on. So
All right. Bill, what are you doing?
Can I see this creature he's fighting? Do I see this?
No.
Okay.
You actually didn't hear him scream either, so you just saw Darby basically grab some rope and just hop off over the edge.
Okay, I'm not going to climb down at the same time as him because that's ludicrous to put both of our weights on the same rope. But I'll wait till he gets down and go down.
All right. Let's see. Next round. Roll me a d6.
Right.
Jeff,
Yeah.
it's going to take Darby 2 rounds
Plus
to reach
1.
the ground, okay? So this is the first round.
So that's a 3.
Okay, he's got a 6.
Oh, no. Okay.
He is going to continue to chew at the bit of flesh that he tore off of you. So what are you doing?
I'm going to. He's like super distracted, right?
Seems to be.
Can I try to coup de grace him or just like attack him?
You'll have to attack him. He's not completely ignoring you.
Okay. You know what? No, I'm gonna back up because he's not engaged with me.
Yep.
Can I swap to my arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull an arrow from the magical quiver.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my D8. I rolled a 5.
Yep. So if you just throw your rapier down, I'll let you draw and shoot at the same. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just dropping my shield and sword real quick, pulling out the bow and arrow, and
Yep.
gonna
Nothing appears on the
let her
arrow.
rip.
Go ahead
Okay.
and make the attack roll. Class 7. Okay. All right. You peg it just like somewhere in its neck, and it screams, and the scream is a lot louder than you would expect.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
clawing at its neck at this arrow that's sticking out of it, and you start hearing echoing calls from other buildings that are down here.
Oh no.
Oops.
Okay. Let's do another round. Go ahead, roll a d6. Darby, you're going to hit the ground this round, and you'll be able to initiate next round.
That's a
Okay.
3 with my +1.
It's got a 6.
Oh no.
It's going to leap at you and try and just tear your throat out.
Oh, I didn't kill it yet? Damn. Okay. Ah,
Yeah, that's going to hit.
yeah.
All right. It takes a big bite out of it, misses your
Oh.
throat and just takes a huge tear out of your shoulder and just starts
Oh.
chewing, and it stays on top of you. It waits on your body and just starts chewing
Alright.
that gobbet of flesh in its mouth. Go ahead, take your action.
I'm gonna get one of my daggers and I'm gonna try and shank it from underneath.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of times. Just cha
Yeah.
cha 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 cha.
Go for it.
Pop.
Oh,
Yeah, missed. So what's going on
I'm
is like
using a reroll.
you're
I'm gonna
okay.
use a
Yeah.
reroll.
Okay.
I want to kill it. All right. Boom. Boom.
Okay, that hits. That kills it. You shove it. You shove that dagger into its side, and it stops chewing, and it just kind of slumps off. Your joints are just incredibly just throbbing in pain. You're having a really hard time just opening the grip that you have on this dagger now. More pressing though is that your jaws are starting to swell closed, and you can feel like it's starting to get harder to breathe. All right, so we're
I'm
out of
gonna-
combat.
oh.
Darby, you're on the ground. You see a C is laying on the ground with this creature on top of him. It's not moving anymore. You saw him kind of just shove that dagger into its side.
I'm gonna kind of wave a bit to Darby and be like, I can't breathe.
oh. Okay, I'll go by him and, well, what can I do?
You can be with him in his last moments. That's what you can do.
Yeah.
End the pain for him.
I'll give him a potion of healing.
Okay,
Try to have
sure.
try to help him with it.
All right. Well, go ahead and
He's
roll
got-
for the hit points back, Dion. That will heal you, but it does nothing for the poison.
All right, it's a D6 or
Six.
8. Oh, it's a D6.
Yep. I assume this is just one of the regular ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 6 points back,
yeah.
but again, it doesn't heal you from being poisoned, so you're still suffering those effects. And like, you can no longer move your limbs. You're just completely locked up. Your mouth is, your jaws are swollen shut. So the only way you can breathe is through your nose, and it's starting to get very hard to do so. Let's go back up top. Galen, you have collected about 50 feet of vine at this point.
Then I'll go down the rope.
Okay. Yeah. While this was going on, the old man has slowly moved his hand over, and he's touching the gold. He pretty slowly brings it to his mouth, and you can see he's only got a few teeth left in his mouth, but he kind of bites down on it. And then he kind of just sits up with the gold in his palm, holding out like this, and he kind of looks up. Fig Jam, you're the one that's there. You've been waving the knife at him, and he's got this gold in his hand. He's looking at you, and you're not quite sure what he wants.
Don't know what I want either. At this point, I'm not sure. I mean, somebody said he was in trouble and then leapt over the edge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, dither. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure what's going on. Bill, at this point you can see, and like if you just kind of look down, Darby has ran over. Oh, there's a C. Something happened down there.
Okay, I mean, I'm real kind of like, looking out for anybody coming up on us.
Okay. Roll me a D6.
All right.
Okay. You see these creatures. Again, you're high above, looking down. You're not quite sure what they are, but they're climbing up onto the roofs of these shattered homes, and they're circling Darby. Like they're starting to move in on the rooftops. So you're not even sure that Darby knows or understands what's going on.
Okay. How close am I to Darby?
Well, it was a 50-foot drop, and I'm going to say 20 in, so maybe 70, 80 feet.
I feel like going, hey, Darby. And kind of.
Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. No, it's more than that because it was another 100 feet. So
Meaning
it's 100,
Darby or a
150
sea?
feet. Yeah, it's 150 feet.
You mean Derby or a C that they're surrounding?
Well, he sees Darby.
Both
because-
down there.
yeah, they're both down there. But a C is kind of laying down. He's harder to see. Darby's near him. So what are you doing, Bill?
Probably climbing down.
You're going to start climbing down. Did you say something?
No, I him being that far away, I'm not dumb. So no.
Okay. All right, Galen, you're coming down. So it's going to take you 2 rounds to get to the ground there, Bill. So let's take it back up. So Darby, roll a d6. Okay, you are not surprised. So you hear the snuffling and hissing sounds, and they seem to be on the roofs around you. So go ahead, roll initiative.
Roll to 2.
Do you have a dex bonus? You can add it to that if you do.
No, I don't.
All right. So they go first. Let's see.
How many? How many of them?
Okay, each of these are a +1. 3 of them. Well, one of them certainly hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 of them launch themselves off the rooftop. So one of them barrels into you, mouth extended, and takes a big bite out of your shoulder, tears a chunk of your flesh off, 2 points. Kind of drops on the ground, and then kind of scurries off to chew on what it just took from you. Your turn. So there are 2 that missed you that are around you. The one that bit you continued on. So you're not currently in melee.
Okay. So I'll grab SC and I'm running towards the rope.
What do you have a strength bonus?
No, I have 11 in strength.
A C? What's your con?
12.
Okay. A C is a little on the chunky side, so not necessarily chunky, but heavy.
Thick.
Okay, fine. That's thick with a K. Give me a strength check to see if you can do this, Darby.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
So yeah, a C is heavier than you expected. You're able to throw a C's body over your shoulder, but you were not prepared for that weight.
Oh.
And yeah, that's as far as you get.
I'm sorry I have a dump truck of an ass.
So another round, and Bill will be on the ground. So roll D6, Darby. You're holding a C on one shoulder. A C, roll me a D4.
Radnor's just going to wonder why everybody's talking about a C having a large ass.
I rolled
3.
Take 3 points of damage as you start to asphyxiate. You have almost no breathing apparatus opened anymore, and you're starting to suffocate.
Oh no.
Okay,
Quick,
it got
someone trach me.
it got a 3. What did you get, Darby?
3.
Okay, so simultaneous. The one is still chewing on your body part, so there's 2 coming at you, and you can go ahead and roll your attack. Do you have a dex bonus?
Nope.
Okay, I was going to say you don't anymore because you're holding onto a C.
Yeah. First strike.
All right, so these are both at a +1, so 14. What's your AC?
Without my shield, it's 4.
Okay, it's going to miss. All right, how do you do?
Okay, I'm searching for my sword. Okay, I'll strike with the D20 here. I roll 6, so I'll miss.
Okay, yep. Both of you miss. All right, Bill. Radnar has hit the ground. Darby has got a C over one shoulder. He's trying to get free of this group of these foul-smelling, corpse-like creatures. So you can initiate with everyone else now. Well, actually, you're in the initiative now, I should say.
Okay, so there's a bunch of creatures attacking.
There's 3 of them. Yeah, there's 3 of them surrounding Darby.
Okay.
So why don't you roll for your side? Go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh.
You guys go first.
Okay.
What does Radnar do?
Well, that depends. Are they in such a position as to where I could get all of them with sleep and not get Darby?
Absolutely not. They're surrounding Darby.
Okay. That being the case, well, shit. I'm going to cast Radnor's Dyspeptic Bowels on one of them.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Does that have a save or no save?
I believe it does have a save, yes. If they don't, they have to make a con save or lose their action for 1d4 rounds.
One of them just starts crapping. If you thought it smelled bad before.
Oh no! I'm so glad I can't breathe. I never
maybe
thought
that'll
I'd be
help
so
break
glad
through,
to be
you never know.
suffocating.
All
Well,
right.
one thing you know about your sleep spell is that if they're not as hardy as Darby, they'd be succumb to the sleep spell first
Right.
before he had a chance to.
Yeah, so one of them is completely just voiding itself. Boy, does it smell. That was your action, Darby. Yeah, there's still 2 foes that are up here. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll strike at one. AC.
Yeah, that hits. Yep. You kill
9.
one. You just decapitated it. You just right across the neck. The head goes flying. Unfortunately, Dion, roll a d4.
Alrighty, I'm ready. That's a full 4.
Yeah, you're definitely suffocating. Like you have
Oh,
no air opening left now. It's all swollen. It's hard to even open your eyes.
All right.
All right,
I'm
so
at
that
9
leaves
HP for the record.
one creature left, and it's going to attack. Really, it has no idea what you did, Bill, so it's just going to attack Darby.
Yeah. I'm alright with that.
Oh!
I'm not alright with that.
All right. It's just a minor scratch, Darby, but it burns. Make me a save versus poison.
Poison. Oh, I have a good save.
Yeah, he's a dwarf.
Not a problem. Yeah. It hurts a lot more than it should for such a small scratch, though. Okay, so let's take a break in the action for a moment. Darby, Radnar, and Asi are down here. There's one of these creatures still standing, one of them just continuing to just make a mess of things. Galen is on the same rock shelf with you up there, Fig Jam, and this old man is kind of in front of you with this one single gold coin in his palm, kind of looking up at you, not sure what he wants.
Where's everyone?
I mean, they went down. I hold up stop at the old man and back towards the ledge to look over to see what's going on down there.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like they have things well in hand, although Asi is maybe alive, maybe dead. You're not sure.
I can't see lots of other things swarming over buildings towards them or anything.
No. Well, actually, give me a d6 roll. No,
Nah.
you do not.
All right. Now then, they went down.
Who's this guy?
Cut the rope.
Hello?
You talk to him. He doesn't understand anything I can say.
Hey.
Who are you? I'm Galen.
Sorry.
This is Fig Jam.
Do you speak
I'm speaking
any-
just in common.
Just in
I'm
common.
speaking common.
Yeah. So you're speaking to him. So he turns to you, and again, he's got this single gold coin in his hand, and he looks at you, and he's saying something. He's kind of holding out his palm like this with a gold coin in it.
And if he's saying something, I can cast a spell.
There you go.
I actually don't know what the range or duration on it is because you haven't told me.
Yep.
Speak language.
Go for it. Yep. All right. Yeah. It's fine. You just cast it. All right. So just midstream, you catch him saying, "I'm not worthy of such gifts. This frail body is not worth this much. What would you have of me?"
I am Galen. This is Fig Jam. I can now say the language. I can speak to him now. Who are you? What is this place? Info dumb. So we're going to be a
He's
while.
like,
we're not going to be joining the rest of the party anytime soon at this rate.
Are you gods?
Yes.
Remember what I
If
told
someone
you
asks you
last
if you're
week, yeah?
gods, you
You
say
say
yes.
yes.
Okay. All right. So again, he's still holding this coin in his hand. He says, what would you like from this poor servant? There's little that I could do to repay
Information.
this.
I need information.
Information.
Hook of a crook, I'll get it.
Okay. Well, all right. So exposition. We'll
Yeah,
pause that. For
It's
a
going to be
moment.
explicit, so we're going to be
Yep.
a while.
So down
guys.
down below, Darby. Go ahead and roll me a d6 for your side.
I rolled a 3.
All right. It goes first. You're still the one that it sees, so it's you that it's going to attack. Well, it sees Bill or Radnar, but Radnar hasn't done anything. He just moved his hands around. That's going to miss.
Great.
All right. What do you want to do?
Strike it with my sword.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, AC 10. No.
Yep. That's going to miss. Meanwhile, take a d4, Dion.
Boop.
2 points.
2.
Yep. So a C is like just kind of like shuddering on you, and you can kind of hear the little bit of air he's able to get in. It sounds just horrible. Bill, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna step up to the one. There's one remaining fighting.
Yes.
I'm gonna step up to him with the one paralyzation.
Okay. Right. So mark off a charge. Oh, actually, he makes that save.
Oh,
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Yeah. Good enough. Let's have a C roll. D6. New round.
6. Oh no. Oh, okay.
Good for you.
6.
Oh, it's
Oh.
simultaneous. Okay. So a C, drop another D4 points of damage as you continue to not breathe out your last. Attempt to breathe out your last.
All right. There we go.
yeah. At
Alright.
that point, I think I will retreat.
Okay.
Try
So,
to-
are you going to run to the cliff and the rope?
Yeah.
All right. So
Bring
you're
a C.
you're still in melee with this thing. So are you doing a fighting retreat?
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. All right. Well, it will attack, and Bill, you can go too. It's simultaneous.
Okay.
It misses.
Well, shoot. I'm just gonna attack it with my +1 dagger.
Okay.
I don't know about using spells on this thing. So let's try.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. Oh, yeah, you shank it. It drops.
There we go.
All right, so
Yeah,
you
nice.
get in close to it. It's like when you stab it, this kind of purplish just ooze comes out of the dagger wound. It just covers your hand. It smells horrible. But yeah.
I'm gonna clean my hand off as soon as possible. Yeah.
Right. So we're out of, well, no, actually, I'm not going to say out of combat because the C is dying by the round. So next round, what do you guys do? A C, drop another D4.
No.
I dropped to 0.
Okay, you're unconscious. A C stops squiggling around. What do you guys do?
Yeah, shout, Galen, Galen!
Unless, well, if he stopped moving, then he must be better. He's no longer affected by the poison. Unfortunately, neutralize poison is a 4th level spell, and I didn't take it.
No.
Yep.
Been
So,
waiting
yeah.
for else for me to respec my spell.
I'll give him another healing potion.
Yeah, that will help. You pour it like so. His jaws are clenched shut. So you kind of have to stick your fingers in there and just pry his jaws open to get the potion down. Roll a d6, 1 point. You brought him back to consciousness just so that he could die.
I mean, okay, like, would I have any, like, I know me as a player knows this, But would Radnor as a character understand the whole thing about like giving someone a field trach, just like putting a hole in their throat or whatever so they can breathe?
Make me an intelligence check.
All right.
So yes.
Because I mean, that's the first thing I thought of. I just didn't know if Radnor would know that.
Yeah. Well, let's find out. Let's
Now,
see
do you
how
have a
well
pick pin on you?
he paid attention in that class. It's a low success. So Radnar would probably think that if you could shove something to open his mouth so that he has, stick a tree branch or something in there to keep it open so that he has some kind of airway, or to shove like a hollow, like a lot of the grasses that are growing are essentially bamboo, so they're hollow tubes. Shoving something like that down his throat might help. With a one though, you're not really thinking about trach. That's beyond your.
Anybody have like one of those things you use to put transmission fluid in? Shove down there.
All right. So what do you do? The intelligence check was free. So what's your action?
Can I find anything to pry his mouth open to kind of?
Well, Darby's
Right.
already got his fingers in there to get that healing potion in. So his mouth, Darby's holding his mouth open right now.
Jeez. I could polymorph him into something that could breathe.
I was thinking outside of the box.
I mean, what if I polymorphed him into a sea?
Uh,
And it's kind of a cheat, so like,
Yeah. But you certainly could do that. You could polymorph him into something else.
yeah. But do I know if he would be able to breathe if I did that?
You don't know. I don't think this exact occurrence has come up.
Turn me into a rat. They're immune to disease and poison.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
You're the one doing it.
All right, I'm gonna turn him into a big rat.
All right, let's see here.
So he's immune to disease and poison. If I would know that, then I would be like, okay, and then I can dispel it later.
Yeah. That's fine. Is there a save needed?
Not that I am aware of.
I
mean, not if
choose
they're
to
willing,
fail?
I guess.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be willing. He wouldn't know to be willing.
I'm gonna have to check the spell description on that.
Well, let's not hold things up, but let's
I
just say
trust
that
Ragnar.
happens. So yeah, you're polymorphed into a large rat that can breathe. Exactly.
Just lay there gasping for
So I'm
a
gonna
bit.
explain to him while he's gasping. I was like, "Look, I turned you into a rat. We're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna dispel this later. We're gonna make sure you're healed and you can breathe first." And I don't know if he can understand me or not, but figured I'd try to explain it to him anyway.
The spell cannot be used to duplicate a specific individual, so you couldn't turn him into a sea anyway.
Yeah, okay. But it can turn him into a rat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
And since the rat HD is quite small.
Oh wait, the spell fails if the new form's hit dice is more than twice the subject's hit dice. But you did it's just a rat, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so no, he doesn't understand you because he now has the intelligence of a rat.
Now.
Oh no. He will run.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Actually, let's maybe backtrack this because you would know. This is a permanent spell.
But can I dispel it?
No, the duration is permanent unless you have dispel magic.
Oh, well then I
If
probably
the
wouldn't do
subject
that.
dies, it returns to its
Yes.
original form. So if you kill him, then you go getting him back.
I don't think there's anything I can do for him.
Well, again, I
You
mean,
made a roll
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, I can put something in his mouth," and there's stuff all around you that
Yeah.
you can put in his mouth.
All right.
Yep.
So let's make another.
So, I mean,
Best you got at the moment.
Yeah. Because if you just
But-
do that, if you just shove one of the grass reeds down his throat so that he's got an airway, yeah.
Yeah, just
That'll-
shove something down my throat. It's
I'll
fine.
do that. Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
There's
Consent.
nothing weird
consent, uh-huh.
about it. One full-grown man consentingly shoving something down another full-grown man's throat. Okay,
There
it's
we
for
go.
the greater
Not
good.
the worst thing I've had to do.
All right,
you
so
know,
see,
we all did it in college.
So you can breathe barely, but you can. Yeah, you've got this piece of wood shoved halfway down your throat.
Ooh.
it's hollow in the middle, so you've got a little breathing room.
Frat
Yeah,
party.
me and DM at this
memories.
point, the same make it con save will start throwing up.
The creature that was voiding itself, by the way, seems to have expired.
Oh darn!
He's just deflated. He just gave everything he had to give. It's like the cat in Hocus Pocus.
Actually pooped himself inside out.
There is that. All right, so what's everybody doing? Fig Jam, you climbed down, you
Exposition.
said, so you're down there now.
no,
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 you
I
didn't.
did not.
No,
you-
he
climb
called.
down.
At best, he called or looked or something. That's
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I looked over the edge to see what was going on.
I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
So apparently, a party several months ago that resembles your party in that you're not natives came into the city, defiled one of their holy structures, and released something from there. Yeah.
Now,
So
really,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
are
they
here
did
to
that before
fix
we had a
that.
chance to
That's
do
why
it.
we have come here to fix that. That's why we incarnated in these bodies, and we, unfortunately, because we're in these limited humanoid forms, we don't quite contain the full memories and knowledge and skills as our god selves. That's why I have to ask you questions. But yeah, that's why we're here to fix that.
He also tells you that their gods have left. Just right before the defilers came, their gods left. The prayers of their holy men were unanswered, and they haven't been able to reach them since.
Oh, can't promise to do something about it. We'll see what we can do. That's all I can say. See what we can do. Which is it, somewhat more limited in this form. Manage expectations. It's all under managing expectations.
The
But
new
yeah.
gods seem to be trash.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens when you incarnate into one of these pathetic small forms.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Oh, that sounds neat. I'll just, if they can give us, at least from up here, sort of a quick pointer to where things are in the city, that'll be useful. And if he wants to stay here, he can. Otherwise, we'll go on down.
Yep. So the temple that was violated is this number 7 here.
I'm going to see if it's suspected as much.
He also
Okay.
say that the old part of the city, this part over here, is you should not go there. Their ancestors, he would say, sleep lightly and enjoy the flesh of the living, but they don't come into the city proper. They stay to the buildings and hovels in that area. But that's how they get rid of their dead now. They just throw them over there.
So I don't know if that means ghoul or zombies or what. Oh well. I'm sure none of us did anything like that to a planet.
Well, if they had another party sort of desecrate their temple, is there a way we could help them like reconsecrate it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah, he'll say he doesn't know. The gods have gone
Oh, yeah.
silent.
This
on the
guy
matter.
won't know, but
Yeah.
that's the sort of thing I'd be aiming to do.
yeah.
Their gods have gone silent on the matter. They don't know what to do. They know something was released. Their legends say that a great evil was imprisoned there, and it's been released.
Well, we'll see about that. We're the PCs, damn it. We'll go beat up an evil.
It's in the job description. Kind of have to.
Oh.
And then we'll take its place. No, wait.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a humble egg farmer. The birds nest here on the cliff sides, and he collects the eggs from them, and that's how he makes a living. He sells eggs.
Well, can't talk.
Oh no, I'd be explaining some of this to you and
Yep.
whatnot. Just
Whom?
He himself is he is a cleric. He was a servant to the gods, but
Ooh.
again, he's been powerless since they've left.
Oh,
Who
does
does
he
he sell
give
the
them-
eggs to?
The city below.
The city below?
Yeah.
I thought there was there's people in that city, not just horrible monsters.
Oh yeah. There's people still in the city.
Okay.
Yep, they
The
come
Hobble
up.
monsters are in this area, the necropolis area.
The
That's
young
where
come up. Once a cycle to collect the eggs, and they bring him things that he needs: meat, bread, things like that.
So
in
we just
return.
need to make our way through the horrible place to the civilized place.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep. Well, he does point out, like, if you just go over a little bit instead of dropping into the city and drop down onto the actual roadway, you'll be fine.
I mean, we're not clever enough for that.
Yeah. He also tells you that the next ledge down is going to have some more ladders in it that you can just
Neato.
push over.
Right. Ooh. Anything else you want to know? No. Other than, one thing I want to, what's the name of the gods? As in, assuming he tells us, do I recognize it as the religion I'm aware of?
You have never heard of these gods. No,
Okay.
It's completely foreign.
Coca-Cola and Kessa.
Colonel Sanders. No. All right, so yeah, a sea has been saved, sort of. I mean, he doesn't look good. he's got this pipe coming out of his throat that you can hear
I
the
presume
wheezing
we'll
through.
get together at some point.
Yeah.
Given it was a savers of poison, I don't
Actually,
know.
do you guys on the bottom? Do you climb back up, or do you guys up there come down? How do you get back together?
Well, I mean, we want to go to the city, right?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
we
presumably.
want to go to the road as we will go. To.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see it's quite heavy, so
Thick. The word is
Yeah,
Okay.
not strong.
Thick.
Not strong.
I don't know. I think he looks pretty fit, so that's just Radnor the Large's opinion.
There you go.
Well, I mean, presumably they have healers or something in the city to help us out. I mean, they must have to deal with this problem.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll go down.
Yeah.
Is the main point.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Does this my cure light has the alternative version of cure paralysis? Is this a sort of paralysis that cure paralysis will do, or is it a specific poison and I would need neutralize poison with things?
There's a couple of ways you could tackle it. I'm just going to say your character would know from just experiencing the use of it. Cure paralysis would work. Cure poison would work as well.
Okay. Cure paralysis obviously is a level 1 spell. Cure poison is a level 4.
Yeah.
So they're slightly different things. So I can do cure poison, just
Yeah.
not right this minute. That would be a while. So I'll just throw a cure paralysis on you. There goes one of my cure light wounds.
Okay. All right.
You're
I
the
see.
subject of paralysis.
Yeah. So the swelling goes down, and now you're just choking on this stick that's shoved down your throat.
Oh, he's still.
Yeah, just fish it out.
Yeah. All right. So what are you at? 1 hit point, right?
Yeah, I'm at 1.
Okay, give me a moment. Fine, I'll use that. I should actually have a button for this.
Remember,
Yeah.
someone threw in 200 bits too, so you could also use that to do a healing die if you wanted to.
Oh no, you use 100 for one character or 200 for
Yep.
the whole party.
Yep.
So,
Bam. Oh, that's pretty
so I
disappointing.
heal
Have 9 hit points back.
9, and then I'll do a one character hit
Okay,
die
sure.
reroll.
Well, you can also
thing,
take a
so
knee anyway to. If we take
Yeah,
a 5
I'll
Don't do that in this area. Let's
I'll
evacuate.
need a lot
this
more
area.
health than that. So there we go. That's
11.
better than nothing. I'm
Yep.
at 12 now.
Okay.
I just gave
All right.
you.
So yeah, you guys have been here for a little bit, and the bodies of the things that dropped are starting to attract attention. You can hear the snuffling coming from the different
Can I see
shattered
the bodies?
houses. Yes, you can.
Can I identify what kind of creature they are?
Make me an intelligence check.
50-50. Yeah, no, been the 50-50. Do. Yeah, good.
Well, they're definitely living. They're not undead. So you're thinking some variant of a ghoul.
Okay. Oh, well, just note that being an elf, I'm unaffected by paralysis from ghouls. Let's hope it also works on ghouls that come from Hollow World.
These are Southside ghouls, completely different.
Yeah.
Can you turn these things like you did with the things? No? Oh, okay.
They're not undead.
Yeah.
They're living.
No.
If you killed them, I could turn them.
Well, I'll remember that. All right, well, let's get out of here quickly, then, I
Yeah.
guess.
All right. So
We
you get on the main road here.
mosey on.
So you've drawn some attention. Some of the villagers, there are children and women about. Looks like they were getting water from a well. It's in this area here, and as they see you coming out of the shattered houses in this area, they start yelling out and they start running to these homes. You know, you hear doors closing, children running away in fear.
Can we backtrack a moment just to say that we did something, that we grabbed an egg?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that way we can look, look, we come from the egg guy.
They've stolen the holy eggs. No.
Now,
Big
that was
gods,
the other question.
apparently.
How long does my speak language last?
I'm gonna say that it's just the duration of the conversation. So yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be gone at this point.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because
How many conversations can we have in a day, then?
Okay. So yeah,
Well,
people
that-
are running in fear. The most of what you're seeing are children and some women. You're not seeing warriors. You're actually you're not seeing adult men either.
So none of you speak the language?
Don't even know what it is.
We'll try with the alignment language.
No such thing. I hate that with a passion.
I mean, we know where we're meant to be heading, or at least we know where we can head.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just don't want to be
Large,
attacked by massive villages along the way, though. So I'm just sort of thinking, what can we do to
they
signify?
think we're the evil dead come to eat them, but we can prove we're not by not attacking them. Yeah? Or, I mean, they thought you were a god because we had gold, so, I mean...
Oh, really? Was that what happened? I wasn't there when you gave them the gold.
Oh, well, somebody gave him gold, and then it was, oh my god, I bow to you. So you
Okay.
told him we were gods, so I assume
Yeah, it was Darby
he
who
must have gold.
produced
so-
gold.
Oh, Darby, you want to produce some more gold?
Ah,
I mean, I think we all have.
Easy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we've got tons.
yeah.
I've got tons of gold on me. I could scatter gold through the streets without noticing.
All right, so yeah, so what do you do?
Stupid. It is literally stupid.
So everyone runs from you. So there's no one to actually encounter per se. So you're on this this road here by
Auction road,
yourself.
whatever it's called. Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to find a healer, presumably.
Are we? Why?
Well, I don't know. Do we need one?
He's fine.
All right then.
Well, other than he's on half his health, but still fine.
Yeah.
Are you
We're
fine?
heading pretty much towards 7, lacking anything else.
Yeah.
So we'll just sort of
Okay.
slowly make our way there.
All right, then about
we
right
counter
here
someone.
then is when you start to
What?
see there's resistance as several men and women that are dressed as warriors. They have this leather kind of kilt-like thing on, headbands with colorful feathers on them, and again they've got these copper or brass armbands, and they're all carrying spears, short spears, and they've got like a I guess a bundle off the back, you know, where they can grab more of them. Some of them have bows.
We've got blankets of smallpox. Do you want
yeah.
blankets of smallpox?
Yeah. You're not surprised. They're not surprised. But really what's going to happen next depends on who gets to go first. So let's have Richard roll a d6 for your side.
Oh no, Richard, no, Richard. Richard, please roll high. Richard, please.
I'm
please.
sorry, everybody.
Roll
We
a
do
6.
have
Richard.
re-rolls. We do have re-rolls.
For the love of
Yeah,
God
but
and all things
I
holy.
can re-roll ones all
No.
day.
Yeah.
All right, no, positive vibes, everybody.
Yeah.
It's a 2.
God's really
It's so
not
much
loving
better.
us.
Okay. Happens
Oh my
at the
God,
same time. So
simultaneous.
what do you guys do?
I am groveling.
I'm
am
pulling out.
I am hitting the floor, head to the ground like this, like
Right.
boom, like I'm done. I went through enough today. I'm like, please don't
Oh,
shoot.
I think one of our
Do they look
yeah, I
human,
think
or do they look
I
diverse?
think one of our guests in the chat wants you to re-roll that. They just threw 50 bits.
Are you
out.
sure you want me to waste
Really?
it? Because, you know, I'm going to re-roll a 1 or a 2.
Yeah,
Cannot do any
question is,
better.
Are they all human or are they
Go for
Human.
it,
hybrid?
man.
They are
Okay.
similar to the old man that you met.
Okay, so they don't. So I don't know that they know.
Oh no, a 3!
All right.
Oh,
Hey, there you
how
go.
could you?
How
There
could
you go.
You betrayed us.
So, all right. So, what do you do? They look like they're ready to throw down. Their archers have bows, the arrows knocked and drawn. The spear chuckers have spears out ready to throw. What do you guys do?
Groveling.
And so, a sea
There was a character
grovels.
on MASH called Spear Chucker. He was that guy. He only lasted a couple of episodes and they got rid of the character.
I thrust my hand dramatically into my cloak and pull out quickly, revealing a piece of gold.
Okay.
And so
I was just
hold it
going to
up.
scatter some gold.
Handfuls of gold. Cash is king.
Yeah, well, apparently
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
mean,
now know as, you know, the signifiers of us being gods is we give gold. So
Okay.
apparently.
All right. So you guys pull gold out. That's 2 of you. Aziz groveling. Bill, what's Radnar doing? And what's
I'm gonna say I'm just going to try to appear pleasant and say like the equivalent of Merry New Year, something like that.
Viable target is
Yeah.
it's a good group.
Darby, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll get out gold as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys throw out a bunch of gold. Well, let's see.
That'll modify the modifier. That'll modify
No,
the
they're attacking us with gold.
All right. The half of them immediately drop down and prostrate themselves, like they just lay face down with their arms and legs spread. The other half look unsure, but they do relax their weapons and they go down to one knee.
Right. Yeah, now here's where the small problem is. We can't talk to them.
Ah, well. Can't you do your thing again?
Give me 2 hours.
Ah.
The proper amount of obedience time is 2 hours. So you just lay on your face for 2 hours and we'll be good.
I
Yeah.
don't think we have enough gold to buy us 2 hours.
I don't know. We got a lot of gold.
I don't know.
So the ones that have gone down to
Jeez.
one knee are kind of looking back and forth at each other, like, they look like they're indecisive.
Yeah, I'm not attacking. I'll just get that straight out. I'm not attacking. Okay. I'll take the English approach. Hello, we are here to help you. Loud and
Okay, so-
loud and slowly.
What language do you do that in?
Common. I don't speak
Common.
Toladaran, let alone
Yeah.
anything
Okay.
like what they speak.
All right. Okay, the ones that are not sure, as you start speaking, just kind of like they avert their eyes, but there's no one's responding to you.
I'm
Does
gonna
anyone
try-
speak anything useful?
I speak Traladarian. Would that help?
Yeah, to tell them we're
Try.
here to help.
I'm gonna speak in Traladarian and be like,
Okay.
"We come in peace."
Okay. We come in peace. Roll a d4.
Oh no.
Oh,
many
which
of
one
those-
of the
Too many
4
words.
No, so many
Four
words
too
for
many
those who
words.
understand. Two.
So they understand the word come. So
Wow, it's going to be an interesting time tonight.
the ones that
That kind of game.
are bowing down kind of get up to one knee as well. They look around and they all advance on you, but not with weapons drawn.
I stand and I approach them peacefully, and I kind of put my arms out like this to like show like
the green
you
screen
know,
sort of chopping your arms off to say
Yeah. I do one of these, as I approach,
Mhm.
and I just say hello to them in Traladarian.
Okay. Hello gets no response. Yeah. So, yeah, they they're just kind of milling around, looking at you. They're averting their eyes. They're looking down.
Try peace and help and stuff like that. So keep it simple.
Oh, no, temple.
Where do I see the temple from here?
Yeah,
'Cause they told us
absolutely,
where it
7
was,
absolutely.
right?
13.
Yeah.
So I point in the direction of the temple
Okay.
and I say, we're here to help.
Roll me a d4.
I don't know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're here to help.
2. We want 2
Uh,
temples, please.
Two, one man and one woman step forward.
No, I
That's
kind
not
of do
even-
one of these.
It's a
Um,
directive verb. It's got nothing to do with a numerical
I
number.
I kind of think for a minute, and I'm like, okay, so they kind of understand me.
Well, let's just walk
Uh,
to where we want to go, and they can
You know what?
part.
I'm gonna try thieves' cant. I'm gonna try thieves' cant real
Ah.
quick. I'm gonna just flash some gang signs at them.
That roll me high percentage die, high low.
It's always high with me, Bert.
All right.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm
Okay.
re-rolling.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Spin you the rerolls. Okay.
There we go. There's the high.
All right. So the woman that stood up as the two came forward to you, you throw your gang signs, and she responds. Again,
I just
the
immediately go,
the
oh my
signings-
god,
the
thank
signings
you. I'm
are
so
not-
glad we could
okay,
communicate.
no, so the signings are not exact. She doesn't know everything that you're flashing, but
Ah.
it's better than what the Trolladarin was.
Okay, so
All
I'm
right,
just
so you
gonna
got to
communicate
speak in
thieves'
like
cant with
really
her.
few words.
Well, Thieves' Cant's not exactly
Uh,
a great language for giving spousing speeches anyway.
I point at Galen
So
and I say,
Kill him! Kill him now!
her
Him?
question, the woman was
okay.
one of the ones that only went down to one knee. That wasn't
Mm.
quite sure of things. So she flashes back something that seems like, "Are you stealing from the gods?"
no. And
No.
I shake my head and sign no very vivaciously. No.
Bert, I was thinking I still got that stuff I got from that little weird guy in the little ship thing that we were in.
Okay.
I could bring out a pipe and light some of that up and offer it to someone.
Okay. Do you do that?
It worked with me, so
Yeah. Do you do that?
yeah.
Who do you offer it to? These all look like warriors. They all look like they're in their late teens, maybe go as far to say early 20s. Very healthy, very they look like they're in very good condition.
Well, is there one that looks or is acting like a leader or like less?
You would think the
in awe of
two
us?
you would think the two that just presented themselves were probably the leaders of the group, or at least the most.
I'll offer it to them.
Okay, which one?
I'll
There's a woman and there's a man.
offer it to the woman because she was the one that was speaking to a C here.
Okay, she will flash a sign to a sea saying, "Am I to die now?"
No, no. Peace, I say.
Okay, well then she will take
Piece
the
of
pipe.
what?
Do you smoke it as well? Does Ragnar
Yes.
smoke it as well? Okay. Right.
It's like puff, puff. Okay, you. No, wait, one more. Okay, now you go through. No, wait, no, it's not. Okay.
All right. She failed her save. And you don't need to roll because you're intentionally trying to get the effect. All right. So she smokes, you smoke, you immediately become stoned, but you can perfectly come to understand one another. All right.
It is a universal language.
It's more of a mental communication. Like they're saying words, but that's not what they're really responding to. She's talking in her language. He's talking in his. This is what you guys hear, but they're able to understand each other.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
Now, are we actually
Yeah.
understanding
Yeah.
each other, or do we just think we are?
No, you are.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her
The
that
last
we're,
thing she signs before she goes too numb is good shit.
All right.
All right,
Well,
so
I
yeah,
just, we're
you're
here to
mellowed out. Yeah, what do you want to tell her, or what do you want to do?
say we're here to help cleanse the temple here. We understand you had some people treat you not so nice, and we would like to help you get back in balance and in good with the gods here.
The gods have left us. The gods left us before the temple was violated. It's not safe now. There are still dangers in there, but what was once kept has been released.
Well, we'll take care of that for you.
There's nothing to take care of. They're already gone.
Yes, but we are the Green Company. If we tell you we're going to do something.
Oh, okay. Well, so when you say that, she says, well, they were the Red Company. They wore red.
Well, of course. What did you think they were going to do? Those guys suck. We're awesome.
Okay, I dig it.
Here, have another bit.
But I don't know what you wish to do there. What was protected is gone. The people came, they broke the seals, and what was held left inside them.
Well, so it's still there.
No. It inhabited their bodies and left.
Do you know where it is now?
She shakes her head. They left.
Well, perhaps we can find it and cleanse the place for you. We just want help. That's all we're saying.
Well, we don't know how. I don't know. Can you bring the gods back? The
I
temple
don't
is
know.
desecrated. There's nothing to be done. That which was held is gone. If you can find
Hey.
it and reseal it, but what we need is our gods back.
We will do what we can. If there is a way we can bring your gods back, we will. And let me tell you, man, we're the Green Company.
Red
Okay.
bad, green good.
Exactly.
Okay.
Plus, that guy, and I point at Galen. He knows what he's doing. He can hook you guys up. It's cool.
All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. He points at Galen, then points at her ears and says, "His kind are not well liked here. He's different."
He's a
Oh,
good
but
guy.
the short guy's fine.
He's a good guy. We will vouch for him.
He's not the same as, So she says a word, but in your head it translates as elf. He's not the same as other elves here. He looks different, but still has, again, points to the ears.
He's one of us.
Okay. Well, can you bring our gods back?
We will do our best.
Okay. She waits for you to bring her gods back.
I mean, we can't do it right this minute, but we're gonna look into doing it. That's what I'm saying. We just.
Oh.
It's been a whole minute yet. Where are the gods?
Galen saying, "Stall for 2 hours." No.
Well, no, that's just so I can talk to them. That's got nothing to do with it.
All right. Yeah. So you guys have no idea what's going on. You can hear Bill's side of the or Radnar's side of the conversation, of course. You don't understand her side of the conversation, but they're just sitting there smoking, passing the pipe back and forth.
I reach for the pipe when Radnar has it. Like, hey, I want to try.
I'll hand it. Yeah, enough to go around. I brought some with me, so
Okay.
we're good.
Well, if you join, I assume that you're trying to fail your save versus spell. Yeah, you're plugged in. You can understand things now as well.
Whoa. Oh, this stuff's awesome. Why have I never tried this sooner? And I pass it back after a couple of hits. I'm like, all right, so you're able to talk to her now with this?
Well,
You can
yeah.
understand it too now.
Yeah, she says, "Yeah, I can hear you."
Whoa, okay. So yeah, we're here to help.
Great.
We're kind of lost, but we just need some time to figure stuff out and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I told her we could probably help. We might be able to help find the gods and
Yeah,
everything.
we could try.
I mean,
but-
we're the Green Company, right?
yeah,
Right?
green means go.
Exactly.
Okay, because Ren was having this weird conversation and sort of doing this rather slowly,
Yeah.
a little bit, like as if he is pretty much. Radnor, tell her we can consecrate the temple.
Oh yeah, we can consecrate the temple.
And again, she says, I don't know what good that will do. Its
It
purpose
will
is
make
done."
it will make the house ready for the gods to come back. That's one of the things you need to do when you bring gods back somewhere. Is you need to make like a place ready for them. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, okay. It still has dangers.
Of course. Danger is our business.
What kind of danger?
Our ancestors don't sleep fitfully. They wander the tombs like they wander the city. There are traps created by those who made this temple long ago. We were told
Alright.
never to enter.
Oh,
We're fine. We'll be-
yeah. I mean, maybe I should get a little more healing before we go deal with traps, because I'm the person who's going to be dealing with said traps.
She says, "Well, I am suddenly hungry. We have food we can offer you."
You have food?
Good with that? Yeah.
I like food.
I
Okay.
could also do with resting up and stuff because I need to talk to my god.
All right.
I figured that
You
they're
need to
probably
heal.
like a nation that likes to trade or something because they're
Well,
more primitive.
She
so-
does point at the gold that Darby's still double fisting in the air.
I think
Yeah.
I scattered some on the ground anyway, so it's not like we got short of the old. So.
So she points at that and says, "Do you wish to purchase us?"
No, I wanted to give you wine because you're gonna feed us, and I offer a wine bottle that I filled up last session.
Okay. Oh
We
boy.
give them that.
All right, hold on.
So this is poison.
Okay. Yeah. She drinks it and says, "Oh, alcohol. It's good."
Yeah. It's a gift for our meeting.
But
Yeah,
why?
like maybe we could get some music going. You know, have a party.
But why are you showing the slave tokens if you're not wanting to purchase us?
Slave tokens.
She's pointing
What
at the gold.
Oh,
Slave token.
that's money. That's what we could use for trading and for purchasing.
Yeah, we don't use slaves up where we come from.
Oh well, the sun
An
metal.
explanation of economics later.
The sun metal only comes from the gods. It's not found here. They bring it and they purchase labor with it. They purchase souls with it.
It's all over where we're from.
Oh, that must be a magnificent place.
Not really.
They purchase souls with it. Like
Yes.
someone's. How's that work? What do they do?
For
with the soul?
sacrifice. Once the sun metal is given, you're either taking that person in labor or you're taking them for sacrifice.
Oh, we're not trying to.
So, like,
sacrifice
again,
anyone,
she
yeah.
points at the temple. At the top of the temple, you can kind of see that there's an altar up there.
Yeah, we're not here to sacrifice anyone. We just want to help.
Well, if you're not going to sacrifice or to purchase our labors, could you ask him to put that away?
And hey, Darby, put the gold away. It's something weird to them, so you know.
Okay, okay.
Just keep it away there, and I'll turn back. Go there. You go.
Put it back in my pouch.
All right. Well, we're at time. We'll end it there where you get, they will give you lodgings, food, and whatnot to heal up.
Well, technically, we are sort of purchasing time and space. from
Yeah.
them.
So they'll put you up in this building right here across from the temple. Unless you just keep smoking, you'll have some issues with communicating. But if you want to try and work something out while you can communicate some basic things, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and thieves can, at least get something.
Yeah,
back in money
that
if
will too.
Thieves can too.
So we'll end it there. You guys will be able to take a long rest, so your hit points will be back when we start up next episode. And I guess you guys want to check out the temple. Is that the idea? To find some information, find out what might have happened.
Yep.
I think that's the plan.
Get attacked by ghouls. The usual.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. All right, guys. We'll end it there for the night then, and let's just do a sign off. Dion, you got anything you want to plug?
Hi, I'm Dion, also known as Substances Used on Twitch. You can find me playing some retro JRPG titles and Dead by Daylight and other things when I stream. Otherwise, I'm on a lot of other people's streams doing tabletop. So on Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm here on Steam Steel Murder. On Thursdays, I do Monster of the Week with Friendon. On Saturdays, this Saturday is the last episode of Silence in the Library over on Fulsham Art. And not this coming Monday, but the next one, I'm going to be in a bi-weekly campaign, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden with Featherfall Tabletop.
Nice.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard, and you can watch me here on Twitch playing video games. In about 5.5 hours, you can see me continuing to explore a city much like this in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I happen to be playing at the moment. And you can find me at LMTDTMFFR, or, say it with me now, Limited Time Offer.
Limited time offer.
Oh, well.
Thank you for
Try to
saying
flash
with me.
some gold in the game and see what happens. Jameis, you got anything?
Not really, although currently I'm haunting Richard's stream, so you can find me in his chat quite often, providing helpful commentary.
Commentary.
Commentary, yes, definitely.
What you got going on, Bill?
Running a couple of games over at Frog God Organized Play over on their Discord server. I'm sort of in the last probably third of my 5e Tunnels of Terror, and I'm going to run the Lost City of Baracus in Swords and Wizardry starting Wednesday.
Nice.
There you go.
Jeff, you got anything?
I'm much a stream listener than a streamer myself. But I
All
have
right.
very much fun in this game and in Bill's game.
Well, very good. Well, guys, if you found this channel, you know where we are. Twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. This Saturday, I'm appearing on the official Goodman Games channel. I'm running some Umerica with the guys from Defenders and Cobalt and some others. And this Sunday is going to try some Gamma World Second Edition again if we can get if I can get the players together. Otherwise, check out the podcast, Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. 11 years worth of all kinds of goodness in there, which Richard and Jameis have been part of for just about all of those 11 years. So.
No, I'm sure it's only been 2 or 3 years, but I'm not that old.
Nice. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you guys very much for playing. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.